faces? How's it going? I'm gonna try to be loud. So today, tonight, or whatever, I want to talk to you guys about the books that I have here and what I use it for. They're mostly art books. I do have a lot of graphic novels and such, but I love art books. So I want to show you guys one of the books that 3D artists, we love using this book, especially for gaming, just because concept-wise it's really good. It's called Skillful Huntsman. It's by Design Studio Press. And yeah, so Scott Robertson is an awesome artist, and his company put this together. It's a really good book. It has all kinds of it goes from stages like, you know, from like the roughs, like thumbnailing, you know, they go through different, like they talk about the different the levels of processes, you know, like thumbnails and stuff. You know, it goes from like, you know, simple lighting backgrounds and stuff. Talks a little bit about that too. There's a lot of things that you can go through this. Weapons. So it has a lot of everything. It's a really robust book, I have to say. It has a lot of things that you could kind of just look through. You know, environments to creatures to vehicles. You know, it even has this. This is what I loved. I never used this, but I mean, I've never really, like, I looked at this bit as an inspiration. But there's like these stuff for rocks, just rocks. But the way this one particular one is, it's so good. It's so nice. I just thought it was really cool. Yeah, and I mean, even if I'm not really doing anything related to, you know, this particular design and story that they're doing, for me, when you look at this, it's got such a rich artwork that it makes you just want to draw regardless, and just that alone, you know, it inspires you to draw, and it helps you go through it. So for me, it's like when I don't really feel like drawing, I just look at this book and I just get right back into it. Of course, a lot of times I forget. The other book that I have, I mean, you could tell this book, I read it a lot. It's called Kingdom Come by Mark Waid and Alex Ross for DC. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys read this already. But just the way Alex Ross paints the stuff, I just thought, you know, how do you paint this many pages? Like, that's, to me, is insane. It just, that alone is like nuts. Like, this is traditional medium, and so like these are all, you know, somewhere out there, you know, there's original pages out there. Like, that's, to me, that's like, wow, holy cow, that's amazing. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the traditional stuff, original copies, and it preserves our culture. I say it preserves our culture. Yeah, this book, if you don't know, this book basically talks about, to me, it's a metaphor between like the old and the new. You know, whether you're talking about the old artists and the new artists, or the new writers, or whatever, comic creators, where everything is taken to an extreme, you're using too much violence, guns, and sometimes it's regardless of innocent lives and stuff like that. And they talk about that here. And somebody like Iron Man, wow, somebody like, and they talk about somebody like Superman, where, you know, he retired from all that and came out of it out of nowhere. And I thought the most epic part was all the Justice League guys are like, they're like gods. Like, everyone is so powerful at that stage that, you know, Green Lantern has like a space station powered by his ring, and it's the whole station, right? And Superman is like not, a kryptonite doesn't even affect him anymore because he's soaked up so much of the sun, you know. And like Flash is in between time now. Like, he just sees almost different dimensions. You know, it's pretty crazy. I just thought that was really cool, and the way it was illustrated, it was awesome. A friend of mine pointed out, though, that was really interesting. He liked another artist because the way he displays motion here feels that it's still. And then when it comes to, you know, when it comes to this other artist that he was referring to, I don't remember the name, I'm sorry. And the way he was referring to this other artist, we feel the motion and the tension of the muscles, like it's moving, and that's a really interesting observation. But what was interesting about it was just, when I see that, yeah, I actually do understand what he's talking about. It feels like they're just like posing when they hit and stuff like that. But to me, it's kind of like Alex Ross's aim was to make the characters feel very much like a Renaissance, very godlike figures, where everything is all in dramatic poses, you know, like the way they're illustrated, which kind of sets them into that, you know, it kind of places them all in a classical form, and that means they'll be immortalized. Like, well, I mean, like, they'll be forever, basically, like a classic. And I just thought that was kind of like my take on reasons why I like it so much, is that it crosses the borderlines of whatever you're trying to convey in terms of motion or whatever. I have a ton of other books, but I'm going to do it one by one. So there's a graphic novel and an art book. That's how I see it. My question to you guys, if this is actually going to you know, go through, what is your favorite art book, if you have one? And would there be one that you're looking for? Like, for a particular style or something like that. And what kind of graphic novel do you read? That's it for me for now. Deuces.